Now, a lot happened last night in that 49ers Buffalo Bills game. Josh Allen went off, the Bills went crazy, and the Niners are pretty much done. I know they're not mathematically eliminated, but man, that was a rough watch and a rough game for them. And the biggest thing was Christian McCaffrey went down with a potential PCL injury. A lot of people think it's an Achilles. At the time I'm recording this right now, nothing is official yet. It hasn't been released yet, so I don't know. Honestly, on the slow-mo replay, it looks like his Achilles, but I'm going to trust the team doctors and the reports, and apparently it is a PCL injury, and that is the knee. So, he's already dealing with Achilles tendonitis in both of his Achilles, and now a season-ending PCL injury. Not only that, but he has a long resume of serious injuries with his time with the Panthers. The dude has a lot of wear on his tires, and just this past offseason, McCaffrey got paid a lot of money from the 49ers, and you know what, man? The 49ers window is officially closed because they have to pay Brock Purdy, and that's going to be a huge monster contract because he's a quarterback. Quarterbacks are just getting monster contracts because that's the state of the QB market. It is what it is, but the Niners had their opportunity. They had their 4-year window. It's up. They're no longer a Super Bowl contender, and I don't think they're going to be one for many years. And you know what, man? If you're really trying to be competitive and put together a decent defense, a decent offense, this may or may not be a hot take. It really depends on your perspective, but I really think they should cut Christian McCaffrey this upcoming offseason. And I'm going to tell you why right now. First off, like I just mentioned, they have to pay Brock Purdy. So automatically, their salary cap situation is going to be really tight. If hypothetically they keep McCaffrey and they still pay Brock Purdy, they're going to have to move a lot of pieces. Of course, Debo, of course, maybe a few pieces on defense. I would really try to get off of that IU contract. I don't think he's worth it. Honestly, if I was John Lynch, I would really clean house, man. I really would. I just don't think there's a lot of game-changing championship players on this roster. I really don't. And, it's just that simple. So, and I'm not the accountant of the 49ers. I know the salary cap can kind of be iffy in the NFL. It can be manipulated. So I don't know the nooks and crannies of every last fine detail of the Niners payroll and how they can move around the money. But, I just think keeping your defense intact, adding to the defense, keeping it sharp is more important than having a running back at this stage right now. And that's another reason why I think they should cut McCaffrey. Jordan Mason was an absolute unit when McCaffrey was out. And not only was Jordan Mason a unit, but the other RBs have been really good when even Jordan Mason went down. Against the Seahawks on Thursday Night Football, the other RBs stepped up. It's just, I really think most running backs can be pretty successful in this Kyle Shanahan heavy zone run offense. I really do believe that. And not only that, man, but, he's been really giving Christian McCaffrey a heavy workload since arriving in San Francisco. And that's 2-3 years straight of an insane workload. Even after Jordan Mason's first game, he had a quote saying, "I don't know how McCaffrey has been doing it for so long. I've only played one game and I'm completely exhausted." And that was only after his first game being the starter. It's just crazy, man. They've overworked him to death, and I just feel like there's no more bearings left on his tires. I mean, come on, man. Tendonitis in both of his Achilles and a potential serious PCL injury. Do you really think he's going to be the old Christian McCaffrey in the year 2025? Do you really think that? Does anybody really think that? Honestly, bro. Honestly. Again, if he didn't have a track record of serious injuries with his time with the Panthers, okay, fine, man. But I just can't reiterate, man. Tendonitis in both of your Achilles. Shout out to Todd Gurley. You know, elite running back for the Rams for what, 2-3 years, and then he got arthritis in his knee. He was done. He retired within a blink of an eye. And I just feel like we've been blessed and lucky enough to see McCaffrey really put on a show the last 3-4 years, but I really feel like his time has come, and I really think the Niners should move on if they want to be competitive for the 2025-2026 year. If they just want to, kind of be respectful and not really treat this like a business, which the NFL is, then fine. Keep him on the roster, pay him out of respect to putting fans in seats and selling a lot of Niners merchandise throughout the years. But honestly, the dude is not going to be productive in 2025. He scored 0 touchdowns. He only had 300 yards rushing for this year. Wasn't a good year. It was essentially a year off, and I expect him to really miss a lot of time in 2025 as well. I would not rush him at all. And who knows, I might be completely wrong on this. Maybe in August he'll be back to 100% McCaffrey. Maybe there's going to be reports like that out of training camp. I'm not sure, but come on, man. It's basic anatomy. It's just you could only take so much punishment. He's not like Bionic Man or something. But who knows? Anything is possible, so I just think going forward for the San Francisco 49ers, I just think they should play to their strengths. Keep that defense intact. Add pieces to that defense. Get a solid defensive coordinator in there. Call up Bob Saleh. Get him back in San Francisco. And just have Brock Purdy be the game manager. You have to pay him. He's a solid quarterback. I guess keep Ayuk, get rid of Debo, get rid of McCaffrey, just have a rotation of RBs, kind of like the Dolphins have right now. Just have 3 pretty solid RBs. None of them are getting paid a lot of money. Just do that, and, just try to be a playoff team. You know what I mean? I think that's possible. Again, I don't know what the salary cap is going to look like for them once they pay Brock Purdy. Who knows? They might have to completely gut the roster. I'm not sure. But I kind of trust John Lynch to add good talent via the draft. So we'll have to see. That's kind of my stance on it. Again, if you completely disagree with me and if you think they should keep McCaffrey, I understand. My only question to you is, if you think they should keep McCaffrey, do you think he's going to be good in 2025? That's my only question. And also, to add to that, do you agree with my take that any RB can come in and be productive on Kyle Shanahan's run-heavy, zone run offense? You let me know in the comments below, because I feel like Jordan Mason kind of proved that. And I feel like the other RBs have kind of proved that in certain moments for the Niners this year. You let me know if you agree with me. You let me know if I'm dead wrong. Let me know in the comments. Very curious to hear it. If you made this far, please subscribe and help out your boy a ton. That's all I got for right now. Peace.
Good route that time by the receiver on the out route. Nice throw by the quarterback. This is what they call a timing route. Well, they were right on time.
The Broncos go with the dime formation here on defense. Midway through the first. Miller's got it. Delayed handoff. About to snap it for the 9th play of the drive. Miller's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. 2nd and 10. Another handoff right back to him.